Hey everybody, this is Dr. David Evans. Thank you from the PIC TV network. We're happy for all of you who are watching our television news segment at this time. There's so many people around the world who is impacted, or we want to make an impact with people around the world through giving them information on a powerful subject, and that subject is reconnecting the generation. We know a lot of people around the world have forgotten about the people who raised them, forgotten about where we come from. But on tonight, we have some special guests that's in the room, and I'm going to start with Michelle, and Michelle's going to take it and introduce our special guest. And we want you to come on and talk about reconnecting the generation. When I grew up, wow, Mother Evans, Father Evans was gone to heaven. They raised me right. I knew my aunts, Ruth from Philadelphia, Aunt Una from Durham, North Carolina. I knew all my cousins. I know where the outhouse is because I used the outhouse several times. You know, I know how it is to have ride 7 hours to see Uncle Dougal when he was in his almost 90s, passed away. I will never forget where I come from. And I'm amazed at the fact today that I'm in my 50s now, but I can still remember, you know, the ways and that my parents taught me. Okay, come on, Michelle.
All right. And as we talk about reconnecting the generations, today we see where people have left their home where they grew up. Number one, they're going away looking for advancement in their life. Sometimes they go away for school. They go away because they get married to someone else that lives across the country. But we don't stay in the same communities that we used to. And we want to talk about how we can reconnect the generations. Now, on our panel today, we have some wonderful folks. Dr. McKay, we have Judith, we have Frey White, we have the Burks, and the Burks are all the way with us from Canada. Oh, wow. Now, let's just start with Monica. Monica, tell us a little bit how you reconnect or how you guys stay connected where you are to the generations, younger and older. And then we're going to move around the panel.
I think one of the ways we've managed to stay connected is through family reunion. This is family reunion season. So you pack up everything and head on, cars and everything, planes, trains, automobiles, and you go to the family reunion, which is held at my grandfather's church where he grew up. He was born in like 1909. He, passed some years ago. And the church, and the original church is still standing that he grew up in, where my great grandmother was one of the charter members of the church, and her name is on a plaque. And so you begin to know the history. The church was right there. The school that my grandfather attended, that one-room schoolhouse, was built next to the church and was on the church ground. So when my first family reunion, the school was still standing. The school itself, the school that was segregated, the school that was next to the church, this one-room school where my grandfather went to school, and he talked about how they played some kind of game with balls that went across, hit the top of the roof and went to the other side, and all those kinds of things. And we run around outside and had dinner, fanning flies, because tables were outside church, because church didn't have a fellowship hall, but you were fanning flies. And so you had all the family, and of course you had big family. So my mother is one of 9. She's 7 of 9. So you have all of these siblings and families with tables and food and kids running around fanning and flies, and you learn family. You connect through song and story. Hearing the pastor ask my grandfather to line a hymn. It's amazing to me. And I just get, you know, when I reminisce and hear somebody line a hymn, it brings back those memories and that connection to the ways we sing, the ways we worship, the ways we dance, the ways we tell our stories. And I want to make sure that those behind me, you know, have that same kind of connection. Like my grandfather told us, get your education, get your piece of land. So there are so many lessons and nuggets that we carry or should carry and tell, make sure that we're telling the next generation so that they can pick up where we left off and do better, exceed, what we were able to do.
That's absolutely correct. Thank you so much, Monica. Frey White, we got Frey White that's up in Vancouver, Washington. Frey is a dear friend of mine that is from the Atlanta metro area, and Frey has great roots here. Frey, tell us about how you stay reconnected with the generation, because you're a new grandpa. Congratulations.
Thank you, Michelle. Well, I grew up in Atlanta. My father was from Chattanooga, Tennessee. My mother was from Cartersville. And they met in Chattanooga, and so they migrated to Atlanta. And but it was mandatory that we spent the summer in Chattanooga with the outhouses, with the shotgun houses. So we honored our grandparents, we honored our elders, and we had Bible study after each meal. It was a phenomenal experience, but we never left our roots. And so in this day, I've got kids that live in Illinois. Well, I've got a daughter living in Illinois. I've got 2 kids living in Maryland. And so they went to college and stayed there, et cetera. And so bringing all those back together, it's because I'm a patriarch of my family. So it's mandatory that I instill in them that, the necessity to, as Monica said earlier, like family reunions, etc. But I still have my mother here. She's 85, but she is the matriarch, and she's respected, and it's respected that we respect her. And so she's in Atlanta. So our roots are in Atlanta, but it's easy now with all the traveling and the space geographically when the kids spread out to lose that connection. But it's important that we emphasize that to our children. And thanks, Michelle. I am a new granddad. I hadn't seen my grandbaby yet because I'm here working. I will see her in September. But because I am the patriarch, it's incumbent upon me to do the traveling, to do the connecting. I'm the bridge between the generations, and I don't slough on that responsibility. So as a matriarch or patriarch, you have to keep that bridge together, and you have to make sure that they cross back and forth. And so, but this new generation are not as personal connected as we were. They've got internet, they've got iPhones, they've got FaceTime, etc. But the emphasis should be on that time to get physical time together, where we hug and we talk and so forth. And so this is their way of communicating, but we still have to instill in them that technology is good, but it's nothing like face to face, nothing like hugging, nothing like kissing a grandma or auntie or a nephew, grandkid, etc. That bonding, that's true bonding when you touch people, and you face to face with them. So that's important, super important.
Thank you so much, Frey. Judith, you seem to be probably one of the youngest people on the panel. How do you stay reconnected, especially since your folks are from Haiti and you're from Haiti? Tell us a little bit about your story.
Yeah, so I was born in Haiti. I moved to Chicago when I was 11 years old, and I have family in 3 different continents. Basically, I have my grandmother in Europe. I have my some family here in the United States. I have family in Canada. I have family in Haiti. So it is something that's it is a little difficult for us to just kind of have like a big family reunion. But what keeps us together and brings us together is our culture. Like, to me, my culture is very important to me. It's something that I'm very proud of. So I learn about it as much as I can. I'm a writer. I write about Haiti a lot. And also I still stay connected with my grandmother. Both of my grandmothers, one is in Paris and one is in Haiti. So we talk all the time. They teach me things. I love to hear stories from my, grandmothers, like from when they were younger or how things used to be back then. I really enjoy the stories. So it helps me to stay connected. And if, it wasn't for the events that are happening in Haiti right now, I would be going to Haiti this August. But unfortunately, I have to postpone that trip. But I just keep learning and learning as much as I can. And if I can connect with people who are from the same culture I do, and whenever I get a chance to, talk to my family and hear some of their stories, I capture it. So that's how I stay connected.
Thank you so much, Judith, for sharing that. Now let's go to Dr. McKay. Dr. McKay, how do you stay connected with your family? And tell us about some of those wonderful events and things that you do to make sure that you stay connected.
Well, our family is a very, very close-knit family. And in 2015, we suffered, starting in 15, we suffered major losses in our family. Some of those building blocks, the people that were really anchors in our family, we lost them. So oddly enough, I'm the matriarch of our family now. And I'm just a few months shy of 60 years old. So this last month, we had a first family picnic. This was the first time we had gathered in quite some time. We used to have a family picnic every year, but as I said, in 15, we began to suffer losses. So that kind of put a dent in things. But we were able, my youngest sister was the first to begin coordinating it. So as far as logistics were concerned, we were able in a very short stint get people from 5 states to come. And it was very, very nice. So we have a family group chat that we text one another. Sometimes we reach out, FaceTime and Zoom, as a result of the pandemic. It works for us.
Thank you so much, Dr. McKay. And we have to do what works. Now we've got the Burks, this wonderful husband and wife that is all the way with us from Canada. That's amazing. And so, Mr. and Mrs. Burke, how do you stay connected to this younger generation as you guys are celebrating 49 years of wedded bliss? Please inform us and let us know.
I defer. I yield the floor.
Well, I am from a relatively large family. I've got 6 siblings, and my mom ensured that we kept together. My siblings were my friends and still are my friends. Now, there are lots of cousins, first cousins and second cousins that I grew up with and that I know really, really well. And we've kept in touch by phone. We've kept in touch since the pandemic via Zoom. But it's something that is truly, truly fascinating. I was speaking with my nephew who lives in California. He lives in Florida, speaking with him 2 days ago. And it's interesting that we never talk without my mom's name coming up, because she was that kind of person who valued family so much that she kept the generations together. And I am certain that whenever we talk to each other, my nieces, my nephews, my siblings, that my mom, even though she's no longer with us, she must smile, because there's never ever a conversation without something that she's done or something she said coming up. we are relatively connected, I would say. And in the past, we used to be connected, of course, through attending weddings and baby christenings and baby's birth and those kinds of things. Now we connect still through weddings, but there are some funerals as well. But generationally, we talk, we meet, we celebrate. We had our first family reunion 11 years ago, and that was truly an amazing, amazing event. My mom had just passed away, and I guess just to be sure that we were still family, because she was the glue that kept us together, we decided we were going to have a family reunion. And that turned out to be extremely enjoyable and worth every minute of it. So we are connected either by the phone, in family groups, by Zoom, and those kinds of things. Very, very important value in our family.
Mr. Burke, you deferred to your wife, but what about your family? Because I think you seem to be the life of the party as well. So how does that mesh together?
Well, I was born in Jamaica, and I had a wonderful childhood up until about the age of about 12, 11, 12. And then my parents went to England. And of course, I followed right along. And so I grew up in a large family from my mother's side and my father's side. And so, all the things that we talked about, the pit toilets and the animals and and nature and fruits and all of that, that was my life at an early age. And it still remains with me to this day. But having emigrated to England, and pretty well everybody went to England from both sides. And so the family was large. We socialized, we kept in touch, but then the years started to kick in. And then people start to drop off. We start to lose people. And so a few years back, maybe about a couple of years now, we put together a WhatsApp group. We have a family group where all the families who wish to be involved can join the group. And we just share what is happening on a daily basis. Anybody who wants to post, they can post whatever they want. People will respond. Birthdays, we make sure everyone who's on the list, their birthday is celebrated by all. And we have families all over the world, in Europe, in Costa Rica, in Canada, in the US, all over. And so we know exactly what's happening with each other, losses, weddings, sickness, whatever it is, and there. And we just keep that. And for the younger ones, they really appreciate it because many times they don't know the history of the family. And they tend to turn to me. I think it's something to do with age or something. And most times I'm able to fill in the gaps for them. And so that's the reason why I am on a mission, if you will, to record as much as possible for them, both in pictures and things, so that when my time is over, then they will have something to hold on to and to keep that going. That's what we do.
That is absolutely amazing. Now, I know with me, because I come from a family of, I have 4 brothers and a sister, and I've had some losses. Mom and dad are gone to heaven. My grandparents have gone on to glory. I have my daddy's baby sister. She turned 91 in February. Her 90th birthday, I was there. And so, no, excuse me, I said 91, 92. Because I went there 2 years ago. This was before the pandemic, to go see her. And that was absolutely amazing. And now since COVID, the one thing we do have is we got Facebook. I know there's detractors and also good parts about Facebook, but Facebook has helped me keep in touch with friends and family during this time. Now, just so you know, we just had my cousin, her surprise 60th birthday party this past weekend. And so I went to North Carolina and everybody was vaxxed and we had it outside, but we had a wonderful barbecue and everything like that. So I got to see my cousins from North Carolina. I'm hankering to go see my cousins from Louisiana. That's my dad's people. And my goal, once we get through all the pandemic and everything, is to get both of those together. And that's a lot of folks. I'm telling you, because there's like hundreds of people on my mom's side and literally almost 1,000 people on my dad's side, all the cousins, because my dad had quite a few sisters and a couple of brothers. I think there was about total 9 of them as well.
Yeah.
And so when we went to go see we had our Aunt Lucinda's funeral, we literally filled the church, and that wasn't all the folks. And when we went to the repast, I mean, it was just like a sea of people. I'm like, oh my God, these are all these people. And I didn't get to meet them until I was almost grown because my dad was in the military. So we were always away. And then we lived in Jim Crow, Mississippi back in the 60s. And no one wanted to come visit us because you might not make it back.
Yes.
So now I have all these cousins that we've gotten together and had family reunions, and I am so happy to meet them and hang out with them, and we have such fun and we talk and we stay connected. And that's what this is all about. Yes. What about you? What do you think, Dr. Evans?
I'm enjoying the party. You guys are just, so I'm excited. You know, when I see the Burks all the way from Canada, and I know it's past their bedtime because, you know, it's kind of late over there, and you guys have beamed in here. You know, Monica, thank you again from the DMV. Our other Monica is in. We have Brother White. He's traveling on the road, taking time out of his schedule to be with us today. And you know, Michelle, you always here. You on all of our news shows. You're out front doing everything to make us look good on PIC TV network. And Judith, wow, what can I say about you in Haiti? I wanted to ask Judith, we know you guys are going through and your people over there, and we're praying for you. Just give us an update on Haiti right quick. I know if you can, just give us an update.
Yes, thank you. So for those of you guys who don't know, the Haitian president was assassinated in the middle of the night on July 7th, you know, this year. And it's been 20 days and Haiti still doesn't have a replacement president. And, you know, the investigation is still going on. A lot of people are saying that they don't believe we're ever going to get to the bottom of it, like who's really responsible. But earlier this morning, the FBI raided the home of Walter Ventimiglia, and he is a real estate agent and also the president of a firm called the Worldwide Capital Lending Group. And he is, it's being said that he is responsible for funding the loan that was taken out in order to fund the mercenaries to carry out the assassination. And also the head of Haiti's security team was arrested today as well in Haiti for his implications or involvement in the assassination. So a lot of it's very strange because it said that the president has a security team of like between 150 to 200 security guards, but not one bodyguard or security guard was hurt or took a bullet or fought back as the mercenaries. It was about 27 of them that raided the home of the president, and went inside his bedroom and killed him. So it's very strange that it was just happened so easily. And a lot of people are saying that it was definitely an inside job as well. So,
Wow. Yeah, we definitely praying for you guys. You know, that's
thank you.
real hard, you know, to go through something like that. And you have family there, and
Yeah.
you know, when you're thinking about where we are today and your position as far as being from there, your pain is a lot different from our pain, you know, over in Haiti. And I want everybody to know that you're in our prayers. Your family is in our prayers, and we definitely here for you, the PIC TV Network family and everybody around the world. We want to pray for Judith again from Haiti. Family is there, and she know people there, and it's a different level of stress that comes with this type of news. Michelle, can you comment on, you know, just to talk with her for a second?
Well, Judith, and as Dr. Evans says, our prayers are with you. Now, have you been able to contact some of your folks back there? Are they doing okay? You know, how are things going? Because we know anytime you have this type of upheaval in government, it can be stressful on loved ones. And depending on how the military is moving, you know, there might be situations where people are in danger. Can you elaborate on that, please?
Yes. So I have spoken with my family. Thankfully, you know, they're okay. The only thing is that they're like, everybody's uncertain with how the transition is going to happen, because you know, we're praying for a peaceful transition, but there is a huge opposition. Leaders, like tomorrow, there's going to be protests, and the U.S. Embassy put out a note telling people in Port-au-Prince to just stay home unless you have to, because these, even though they're supposed to be peaceful, they oftentimes turn out to be violent. And as far as for my family, thankfully, most of my family are not in the capital of Haiti, which is where the you know, most of the tensions always happen. And so they're, you know, they're fine. I don't believe that their lives could be in danger, like as far as the political unrest or anything like that. But as far as the capital, people are just still very alert and very high in tension, because we don't know what's going to happen next. So.
Well, we wish the best for you and your family, and we're all praying for Haiti, and we hope that soon there'll be a resolution. Dr. Evans, back to you.
Yeah, and we definitely got you in our prayers, and that's what I love about the PIC TV Network, Michelle, that not only can we talk about a story or cover some news, we can break in and we can have our own news. Even though it's kind of late in DC, we had to stop and talk to our sister. We had to show her some love. And she'll come back on and give us another update. It's one thing when you're looking at something on the news, but it's another thing when somebody's there and they have loved ones there on the spot, on the scene. And I want to thank Judith for coming in tonight on the PIC TV Network. And all of you who've been watching, again, the Burke family. Yeah, you guys, we got to deal. You guys had to have a show, man. We got to have some type of 49th year PIC TV Network celebration for you guys. You know, to be married 49 years, we got to show them some love. You know, our author is here. Dr. Monica's here. We have our other teacher is here. We have so many great people. Brother Frey is here, and also Judith is here all the way from Haiti, and Michelle Cox again. Michelle, just my right hand in so many ways. We're excited about our news segments, our talk shows. You want to be a part of something great on television, the PIC TV Network. We have some fall shows that we're lining up right now on our 60 channels, our new programs, our new shows. We're adding new shows and programs for the fall. you have an idea for a show, idea for a program, come on, put it on the Pick TV network. We're doing some great things, and we need you. All you have to do is take some time out and be a part of what's popping and rocking on the Pick TV network. Those of you who watching around the world, we want to thank you. We got so many comments coming in. Today, Friday is Michelle's birthday. Hey, we got to give her another hand. Come on, y'all. Unmute those microphones. I want to hear some live claps, y'all. Come on. Michelle's birthday is going to be on this Friday. Happy birthday, Michelle. I see some people popping in on here already. Michelle, oh man, I know you're only 25 years young, so I'm gonna get my Cash App ready for you for 25 years young.
No, I'm 6. I'm 6. I'm only 6.
Wow, yeah. Happy birthday!
I guess the invert and multiply.
Yeah, this is the birthday lady on this Friday. We gotta celebrate with her because she's a jewel. She's the secret weapon behind getting so many people to come on Pick TV Network. Les Brown and Isaac Hayes II and Safe Light. We have so many people that this is the secret, and we are so happy to have Michelle to be a part of the Pick TV Network business team, public relations person. Some of these interviews would cost us $25,000, $30,000 for some interviews. And she got us on there for the blessing of favor. That's all I can say. Hey, everybody, we're going to close up this broadcast, but it's been so good. It's been so good, and we will come back again on next week. Happy birthday, Michelle. Party like a rock star, because it is your time. You know, we got to do something special for you. Everybody who watches the Pick TV Network, my name is David Evans. I am so happy again, excited for all of you who've been watching our network. Again, we are on 60 great channels. We got it popping and rocking. If you want to be a part of something great, the Pick TV Network is here. You can check us out. We're on right now. I want to thank you for watching the Pick TV Network. Look at this over and over again. Our goal is to reach 1 million people for our viewership between now and Christmas. And we know God can do it. And we know with your help, it can be done. For more information, you can call this number, 202-505-2738. You can get in touch with us, and we will get you the information that you need to be on the Pick TV Network. Our network is all about you and especially you. Thank you again, everybody. Until next time, God bless you. Stay safe and stay blessed. Bye-bye.
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 It's a word that comes and goes, but few people really know what it means to really love somebody. Love, though the tears may fade away, I'm so glad your love will stay, 'cause I love you and you show me Jesus, what it really means, what it really means, what it really means. And I'm so glad your love is patient, kind, that's your love. Your love is patient, kind. That's your love. You've shown us patience, kindness. And you're consistent in each and every way. Your love is patient, kind. That's your love. Help us to love like you, Lord. Help us to forgive and never forget that your love, it showed itself when you died on the cross. You spread your arms wide to show us love. It was patience. You stayed there long enough to cover the sins of the world. Thank you for show me what it really means. Help me believe what it really means. I want to love like you love. It means to love. Rock of ages, cleft for me. Let me hide myself in thee. Let the water and the blood from thy riven side which flowed be of sin the double cure. Save me from its guilt and power. And not the labor of my hands can fulfill the law's demands. Could my zeal no respite know? Could my tears forever flow? Or could never sin erase? Thou must save and save by grace. And nothing in my hands I bring, simply to the cross I cling. Naked come to thee for dress, helpless look to thee for grace. Foul I to the fountain fly, wash me, Savior, or I die. And while I draw this fleeting breath, while my eyes shall close in death, when I soar to worlds unknown, see thee on thy judgment throne. Rock of ages, cleft for me, let me hide myself in thee. Rock of ages, cleft for me, let me hide myself, let me hide myself, let me hide myself in thee. Let me hide myself, Let me hide myself. Let me hide myself in thee. Let me hide myself. Let me hide myself. Let me hide myself in thee. 'Cause you are the source of my strength, and you are the strength of my life. I lift my